Tips for healthy eating. 8 tips for healthy eating. These practical tips cover the basics of healthy eating, and can help you make healthier choices. 1. Base your meals on starchy carbohydrates. 2. Eat lots of fruit and vegetables. 3. Eat more fish, including oily fish. 4. Cut down on saturated fat and sugar. 5. Eat less salt, no more than 6 grams a day for adults. 6. Get active and be a healthy weight. 7. Don't get thirsty. 8. Don't skip breakfast. The key to a healthy diet is to eat the right amount of calories for how active you are, so that you balance the energy you consume with the energy you use. If you eat or drink too much, you'll put on weight. If you eat and drink too little, you'll lose weight. Eat a wide range of foods to ensure that you're getting a balanced diet and that your body is receiving all the nutrients it needs. It is recommended that men have around 2,500 calories a day, 10,500 kilojoules. Women should have around 2,000 calories a day, 8,400 kilojoules. Most adults are eating more calories than they need, and should eat fewer calories. Base your meals on starchy carbohydrates. Starchy carbohydrates should make up just over 1/3 of the food you eat. They include potatoes, bread, rice, pasta and cereals. Choose whole grain varieties, or eat potatoes with their skins on, when you can. They contain more fiber, and can help you feel full for longer. Most of us should eat more starchy foods. Try to include at least one starchy food with each main meal. Some people think starchy foods are fattening, but gram for gram the carbohydrate they contain provides fewer than half the calories of fat. Keep an eye on the fats you add when you're cooking or serving these types of foods, because that's what increases the calorie content, for example oil on chips, butter on bread, and creamy sauces on pasta. Eat lots of fruit and vegetables. It's recommended that we eat at least 5 portions of a variety of fruit and veg every day. It's easier than it sounds. Why not chop a banana over your breakfast cereal, or swap your usual mid-morning snack for a piece of fresh fruit? Unsweetened 100% fruit juice, vegetable juice and smoothies can only ever count as a maximum of 1 portion of your 5 a day. For example, if you have 2 glasses of fruit juice and a smoothie in one day, that still only counts as 1 portion. Eat more fish, including oily fish. Fish is a good source of protein and contains many vitamins and minerals. Aim to eat at least 2 portions of fish a week, including at least 1 portion of oily fish. Oily fish contains omega-3 fats, which may help to prevent heart disease. Oily fish include 1 salmon, 2 mackerel, 3 trout, 4 herring, 5 fresh tuna, 6 sardines, 7 pilchards. Non-oily fish include 1 haddock, 2 plaice, 3 collie, 4 cod, 5 canned tuna, 6 skate, 7 hake. If you regularly eat a lot of fish, try to choose as wide a variety as possible. You can choose from fresh, frozen and canned, but remember that canned and smoked fish can be high in salt. Cut down on saturated fat and sugar. Saturated fat in our diet. We all need some fat in our diet, but it's important to pay attention to the amount and type of fat we're eating. There are 2 main types of fat: saturated and unsaturated. Too much saturated fat can increase the amount of cholesterol in the blood, which increases your risk of developing heart disease. The average man should have no more than 30 grams saturated fat a day. The average woman should have no more than 20 grams saturated fat a day, and children should have less than adults. Saturated fat is found in many foods, such as 1 hard cheese, 2 cakes, 3 biscuits, 4 sausages, 5 cream, 6 butter, 7 lard, 8 pies. Try to cut down on your saturated fat intake, and choose foods that contain unsaturated fats instead, such as vegetable oils, oily fish and avocados. For a healthier choice, use just a small amount of vegetable oil or reduced fat spread instead of butter, lard or ghee. When you're having meat, choose lean cuts and cut off any visible fat. Sugar in our diet. Regularly consuming foods and drinks high in sugar increases your risk of obesity and tooth decay. Sugary foods and drinks, including alcoholic drinks, are often high in energy, measured in kilojoules or calories, and if eaten too often, can contribute to weight gain. They can also cause tooth decay, especially if eaten between meals. Many packaged foods and drinks contain surprisingly high amounts of free sugars. Free sugars are any sugars added to foods or drinks, or found naturally in honey, syrups and unsweetened fruit juices. Cut down on 1 sugary fizzy drinks, 2 alcoholic drinks, 3 sugary breakfast cereals, 4 cakes, 5 biscuits, 6 pastries. These foods contain added sugars, This is the kind of sugar we should be cutting down on, rather than sugars that are found in things such as fruit and milk. Food labels can help. Use them to check how much sugar foods contain. More than 22.5 grams of total sugars per 100 grams means that the food is high in sugar, while 5 grams of total sugars or less per 100 grams means that the food is low in sugar. Eat less salt. No more than 6 grams a day for adults. Eating too much salt can raise your blood pressure. People with high blood pressure are more likely to develop heart disease or have a stroke. Even if you don't add salt to your food, you may still be eating too much. About 3/4 of the salt we eat is already in the food we buy, such as breakfast cereals, soups, breads and sauces. Use food labels to help you cut down. More than 1.5 grams of salt per 100 grams means the food is high in salt. Adults and children over 11 should eat no more than 6 grams of salt, about a teaspoonful, a day. Younger children should have even less.